Hi guys, my name is Jeff and this is my YouTube channel, Area North 40. So I have been watching these YouTube videos for a few years now, and they're really neat. They're inspiring, actually, some of them. Just a lot of regular guys doing cool stuff, not overly produced. Sometimes they get a little bit big and they start producing their stuff, get professional producers, and it usually kind of turns me off. I really like these channels that are just the regular guy doing cool stuff, you know, with all kinds of things. And I thought to myself, you know what, I like doing that kind of stuff too, and I have a lot of stuff that I need to kind of get going on. A lot of stuff that I've been accumulating over the years, stuff from bicycles to cars to everything in between, motorcycles, golf cart over there. And so right now this is my first video, and so I am going to just kind of give you a quick overview of all the fun projects that I have and all the stuff that I've got that's just sitting around waiting for me to do something. And I want to do it, I want to chronicle it or whatever on camera, and hopefully have some fun, maybe a little humor. I don't know, I think I'm pretty funny. My girlfriend thinks I'm funny. We'll see. My fiance, I should say. Anyway, I am going to take the camera around and show, now no judgments, I got a lot of stuff, so it's hard to keep everything organized, and I am one of the most disorganized guys there is. But I'm going to show you all this stuff that I've got, and I'm going to start with a bunch of bicycles and things. This is my backyard. Welcome to the backyard. I'll get into the reason I named the channel Area North 40 in a little bit here, but first let's just kind of take a quick walk around, and I'll show you the kind of stuff that I've got. So I got that old lawnmower there that I've been hanging on to. A buddy gave it to me when he moved, and the engine actually will move, but it is in sorry shape. So eventually I'll get to that. I got a couple of old XR100s that I got for my fiance, two to make one work, and so far neither of them work. So that's something I got to really get to, because she's like, when are you going to get my bike running? I got this other one that's probably never going to happen, that engine seized. But I've got this golf cart that it's an electric one, so I need to get batteries, but it is going to be a fun thing. I want to have that thing going by the end of the summer for sure. I like to go to this place called Packwood. They have a huge, like, the whole town becomes a huge swap meet, and you can ride your golf carts right down the road in certain areas. That's just a bunch of bicycle wheels and stuff. But here is just the beginning of a bunch of bikes that I've got, and a lot of them are actually almost totally together, but some of them are in need. I've got these really cool old Stingrays. This blue one here is a 1964. The one next to it's a 69. The purple one there, that is 65, and on and on and on. So these are really cool old bikes, well older than I am. This one that's all taken apart, I'm gonna clean that up and spray paint it black, and that's my daughter. She wants that. The pink one, not that one, or purple, whatever you want to call that. That's actually kind of the first bike that started getting me into buying all these bikes, and kind of went a little insane with that. But gonna take you over here. There's a few motorcycles in that shed there. I'm not gonna open that right now, but more madness, yay. Bicycles. And you know what, they're fun. I got a motorcycle there, another one back there. I'm gonna get to all this stuff, and I'm hoping to bring all of this stuff back to life, with you following along. If you're interested, I hope you are. There's my back deck, bunch of stuff there. Okay, we won't look at that too long because it is an absolute mess. But now we're going to get into the big heavy hitter stuff, the really fun, cool stuff. My fiance loves this dune buggy, and yes, it does run. I just haven't started in a while, so that's going to be a video that I will do to get it running. But I'm going to take those plain old wheels off and clean these wheels up and put those on it. I think that will look really awesome. Pay no attention to the garbage cans over there. So this thing is so cool. The back end, this is not a Myers Manx. Anybody who's familiar with dune buggies, that's kind of like the standard bearer. This one was actually built locally. By the way, I live in Washington State currently, but I'll be moving to Idaho. More on that later. This was built in Linwood, Washington, and by a company that was based in Everett, Washington, or something like that. Anyway, really thick fiberglass. You could stand on that and it won't flex. A couple old adult trikes there, more fun stuff. I actually take those around to swap meets to gather the stuff that, you know, the crap that I accumulate. So, got me a little tow dolly here. I just picked up this right here. This is the back end of a Volkswagen Beetle, and the reason I did is because these fenders are in perfect shape. But let me show you what I've got over here. I'll show you this in a second. Okay, kind of walking past some stuff. This is my 1973 Volkswagen Beetle. Okay, and my fiance named it Luna Love Bug, so it's pretty cool. We have some fun with that. Got a really cool surfboard on top on the rack, and this one here is a runner. This one doesn't actually really need a whole lot. I need to align the front end. I need to do some electrical work, get the taillights working and everything, but this thing actually runs really good. Probably a little carb tuning could help. But you see these fenders here, they got these lights that are what they call Frenched in. Not that big of a fan. Super popular in the 90s, but that's not the reason I got the other fenders. They actually don't match. You can't really see it on camera, but if you were looking at it in person, the way this comes along here, it actually comes out more before it turns up, whereas this side over here, it starts to swoop up at a more dramatic angle. It's also got a nice little dent here. So those other fenders, will replace those and they'll match each other, and I'll put some different lights. They still won't be the big humongous lights that they came with, but they won't be those ones, because what happens is when it rains, it pools up right in there and makes it just kind of a nasty little mud puddle. All right, next up, this is my 1972 Scout. I absolutely love and adore this, but it's seen better days. This is going to be one of those will it run videos. It's not been sitting for 20 years, but it has been sitting for probably about 5, and so it's going to take a little bit of something. But it was having some carburetor issues the last time I drove it. But a friend of mine did some work on it a while back for me, and well, it's just in need of some refreshment. Not refreshments, but refreshment. This is my 1971 Volkswagen van, or bus. Bay window as they're called. Okay, so it doesn't have the split down the middle. It's all one window. It's called a bay window for those that don't know. And 1971 happens to be my birth year, so I love this thing. I'll show you this little spot right there, that little sticker, a little Rolling Stone thing. The reason I put that there is because a buddy of mine had this, and I saw it and I came over and I said, I'm gonna lick it, it's mine. So I licked it right there. Yeah, I'm not weird. It's all good. Okay, now I already did a different video on the Camaro here. I just picked this up recently. This is a 1973 Camaro. As you hopefully might be able to see through the, nah, the glare is gonna be too much. Well, it has a lot of rust in there, okay? That thing needs to be done. Open this up in here. So if you look inside here, you've got a lot of rust in the floors. They were sort of repaired, but not properly repaired. So I'm hoping to be able to get in there and do that. All right, that is a project that will be happening soon. All right. The next video I'm going to be doing is going to be a more extensive video about this car right here, but this is a 1976 442, and I think it is just awesome. It does not have the 455, it has a Rocket 350, but guess what? It had enough power to burn that tire off pretty good, so, you know, once I did it right and didn't kill it. And got one last little thing to show you over here, and this is kind of a special story over here. I got a couple more bicycles here, and those are just decorations. All right, hopefully you can hear me all right on this. Oh, let's not forget this little trailer here is actually specially made for pulling behind Volkswagens. It's got one wheel. Isn't that interesting? It actually swivels around, and these front two mounts, well, they mount hard to the vehicle, and so it stays with the vehicle instead of towing at an angle. Here's the other thing I wanted to show you. I know everything's a mess, don't judge. Don't worry about that. This bike right here, I did a little bit more of an extensive video on this. That's going to be an upcoming restoration, and that is a big job. So let me give it back to the backyard and talk to you a little bit more about what I'm doing with that one and more. Oh, by the way, this is my truck. I love this truck. It's been the best truck I've ever owned. Best vehicle, really, longevity wise. I've had this thing for, it's over 200,000 miles, and I got it when it only had 60. It's not anything super special to anybody else, but it's very special to me. It's been great. I love it. I was gonna sell it a while back, and I just didn't have the heart to. I also had that truck over there, if you can see it in the distance. That's my heavy duty one. Don't need to focus on that too much right now. It's a diesel, it's cool, it's powerful, but it doesn't have the same love that I have for the red one. So, okay. Now, I'm gonna get back to this table and sit down and talk for a moment. So, all of that stuff is gonna be fun, interesting, and I already know how to do a lot of the stuff that I'm gonna need to do. I mean, the thing about the bicycles, that's really the first thing that I started working on, and I think it's probably pretty common for young kids. The first thing they start taking apart that isn't just a toy, but it's their bicycle. You know, it's real mechanical stuff. You have to use real tools to take them apart and maintain them and everything like that. And I've got a lot of stuff that needs some maintenance. I've got a lot of stuff that I want to do restorations, and a couple things I want to do restorations. So I actually have a thing for patina. I love cars that are survivors and preserve them as they are, rather than completely strip everything down and repaint it super nice. I just like the way they look when they have that old look, but yet they're still real functional and everything. The 442 is one that eventually I do want to restore. That it's the kind of car, it's a special car, it's a special edition. So even though it's not the highly sought after mid 60s or even early 70s, it's still a very cool car, and I think it deserves to have a true restoration. Camaro is another one. That is a car that, yeah, it looks kind of cool no matter how it is, but I think it's a car that deserves to be restored. The bus, that's going to stay just like it is. I'm just going to get it going and maybe lower it down and do some stuff like that, but that's going to stay rustic, rusty, rough, and cool. The Scout, it's just going to get cleaned up. Eventually, I'll probably like to lift it up and put a little bit bigger tires on it. I may even change the motor out to something a little bit more modern and reliable. That's going to be down the line. You know, like I said, a lot of this stuff I already know how to do, but a lot of this stuff I don't yet know how to do. I have a welder, but I'm not a welder. I'll probably say that a lot of times in different videos. But anyway, this is technically my first video, but I've actually been shooting footage for a little while now, putting things together. So the channel, Area North 40, what that's about is I have bought 40 acres in northern Idaho. Eventually I'll be moving from where I'm at here in western Washington out there to Idaho, hoping to get a shop and have a lot more space and proper area to do the kind of stuff that I'm going to be doing. And it should be fun and cool, and I don't have any great delusions of grandeur. I don't expect to have 1 million followers in 3 months or anything like that, but it would be cool if you like this kind of stuff and think that this is something that you'd be interested in watching. You know, please like the videos as you see them come out. I can't make any promises how quick they're gonna come out because I'm still learning how to do this stuff. I literally just got this camera. Some of the other videos I was doing was just on my phone, and I got some editing software for my computer. I still got to figure that out, so that's all coming. I guess by the time you see this I will have at least figured it out enough to get one uploaded. But if you think it's cool, if you know anybody who likes this kind of stuff, let them know. You know, I guess there's something called a notification bell. Dang that. I watch these YouTube videos on my TV, so there's no such thing on that. But you can like it, and you can tell your friends, you can share it, and you can do comments and stuff like that. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of stuff I say that's stupid, wrong, whatever. Like I said, I'm learning too. But hopefully, not only will it be entertaining and maybe a little bit funny, but hopefully I'll do something that maybe you'll be like, hey, you know what, I can do that too. And you can do something for yourself. And you know, I've got one video I was doing working on a lawnmower that wouldn't start, and I just, you know, did a little bit of maintenance on it. And you know, there's a lot of people that they know how to do all this stuff. This channel probably won't be for the guy that are the pros and have been doing this kind of stuff and know everything, but the people that think it's kind of cool and kind of fun and maybe want to learn, hey, you know, instead of buying a new lawnmower when it doesn't want to start, maybe I can just, you know, clean the carburetor and get it going. So anyway, I hope you like it. I hope you like the channel. I hope that I can do a better job of editing and grow it and have fun. I'll try and smile more, try and be funnier. But this is my first video, and I'm hoping the first of very many. And I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. All right, bye.